Hey guys, Ted with Nerdarchy here, for nerds by nerds. With me today is Dave, and we're here to talk about building your campaign. We had DMs that would throw a character in the game so that he could give the character something so that he could use it in another game later. So it was really
kind of sounds like cheating.
yeah. I mean, it really was. It just was a situation where, we were young, 14, 15 years old, and you didn't know how to, have a campaign that was going to last, how to have a campaign that really meant something to the players.
So it sounds like you never really had like any real mentorship when it comes to your gaming.
Absolutely.
My experience is a little different because I started gaming with a group, and we gamed regularly, once a week, a couple times a week, where we were all in our teams, and there was the older kid that like kind of took the reins, and he was the game master, and he was really good, and and then a couple of us would take turns running different games. After a while, after we were playing for a while, he's like, guys, it'd be nice to actually play in addition to running the game.
That phrase sounds familiar, almost like you've said it to us before.
Right. Well, and that's how it goes. And, I was very fortunate, and unfortunately, my first game master was taken from me way too early. He ended up with leukemia and passing away at 19.
Wow.
It still makes me sad to think of it now. He was a great guy, and he was a great game master.
That's great. Sorry for the loss.
But so after I stopped gaming with that group, I think there was like one other that I kind of dabbled. Like I started grabbing some of my non-gamer friends and be like, "Yo, you should do this thing. It's really cool." And they're kind of looking at me funny. It was the late '80s, early '90s, so I don't know if any of you guys can catch my drift on that. But they're like, okay. But so I did a couple sessions with some stoners, and then it just kind of fizzled until a couple years later. I was like, I want to game again, and my brother. My youngest brother was getting to that age where I could hang out with him, and he's getting more mature. So I was like, I got Ryan, who's one of our fellow Nerdarchists.
He was about the same age as your son.
Yeah, when we first started. Now, and then Ted is my brother-in-law. So it was my girlfriend's younger brother, and I knew he was into it. So, and then I had another friend that I used to game with off and on. So we kind of pulled them together and said, let's do this thing, let's game. Click like, subscribe, comment below. You can find us in other spots. We're going to put some links below to help you out.
And until next time, stay nerdy.